How's it going, guys? Welcome to another Tech House Tips video. Sorry it's been a little minute since our last one. I just moved house, so yeah, just getting everything set up in the new house. But we're back to it, and we're going through our track Roller that we've just finished. It's not signed yet, but just taken 5 tips from that track. Hopefully it'll help some people out. What we have done with this one as well is made it available to download as a template. So all our Black 7 Music members will get access to that, so they can download the Ableton project and have a little nose around themselves and see what's what. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around to the end of the video, and yeah, we'll let you know how to get involved. So hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comments what you think. Cheers, guys. Yeah, so the track's actually called Rollover. Got that one wrong. So just before we get stuck in, what I've done is just dragged the mastered version of the track just into a new project, just so we can have a listen through, just so you can get an idea of like what the track actually sounds like, and then yeah, we'll jump straight in from there. So yeah, I'll just let you hear what it sounds like.
Estoy enloqueciendo por ti, magro. Me estoy enloqueciendo por ti, magro.
Vai na brecha, jogando bundão no chão.
Me estoy enloqueciendo por ti, magro.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. So yeah, let's get stuck in. So tip number 1 is to not overlook the built-in Ableton sounds. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on that. So yeah, the first thing I want to mention is the drum sounds. So yeah, like if you go onto drums here, like you've got all these drum kits that have already been made for you, and a lot of the time I'll like go to these if I'm just looking for a couple of like quirky little sounds or something. I'll just skip through a few of these and just listen out for a couple of things and see if I can fit them in. So I'll try and find you an example of what I'm talking about. So this one here, for example. So that Make a Glitch, you can see it's come from that pack there. Like the pack itself sounds a little bit bloody like dubsteppy or something, but like if you just listen out for a few things, yeah, sometimes you can get some decent things. So we've got that one, this one. Obviously we've got this one, which is just the 909 kit, which is pretty standard really. You've got this Tokyo Glitch, which try and find that one up at the top. This one again, like sounds a little bit like dubsteppy or something, but so you got that one, and then this one, which is that one. So yeah, what the idea of this is like sometimes you can spend ages like looking through all your packs, like trying to find cool sounds that you can use, but a lot of the time I'll just flick through these and just try and find something. So with this Make a Glitch one, for example, so yeah, I've literally only used 3 sounds out of it. So use that one, and that one. Like obviously there's loads of sounds you could choose from, and yeah, maybe in a different track I might use a few of the others, but for this one all I felt that I wanted was those 3 sounds there. Again with this kit here, like just a couple of little sounds I've taken from it. This one's a little bit more got a few more in this one, but yeah, what the idea of this tip is that you can find a lot of the time what you're looking for within Ableton itself. Obviously, what we've just done there is the drum kits, which are my go-tos a lot of the time. Obviously, you can go into drum hits as well, and you could get like your individual shots from there, but I find it sometimes just quicker if you just get a pack that's pretty ready-made and then just kind of drag them in. You can also get, so I've think I've got a few extra in here that don't come with Ableton, the kind of as you get it. I'm not actually sure if you just create an account, even if you haven't got a legitimate version of Ableton, which so if you create an account on the Ableton site, you get loads of extra little like freebies. So yeah, you kind of get the chop and swing, some extra kind of instruments and Max for Live stuff and all that. So a lot of these kits here as well will be like extra ones that I've just downloaded off the Ableton site. So it's maybe something to think about if you haven't got an account, set one up. I'm not sure whether do you know what I mean? If you haven't bought Ableton through the Ableton site, I'm not sure whether it'll work, but it's definitely worth experimenting with it anyway. But even the ones that you just get with Ableton straight off the bat, to be fair, there's a lot of good stuff in there if you look for it. So yeah, tip number one with the drums is have a look through the Ableton drum kits, and then following on from that, not even just the drum. In fact, yeah, this is just quickly. This is just that's another one there, like kind of little snare roll, just from another pack. So yeah, moving on from that, it's not just the drum sounds or the drum kits that I use a lot of the time. I'll actually go into the instruments and have a look if I can find any synth sounds and stuff. Obviously, like if I'm not using the hardware and I just want to find a sound quickly, I'll sometimes just go in here and see what I can find. So this mid, I think I created another version. So I think just put it back onto how it was. I've been messing about with it before I made this video. So this is what it sounded like. So this sound here is basically, it's just a built-in Ableton one. So if you go on instruments, just have a look through here and see what you can find. And if you find anything decent, just save it. So you can like save it into your collections up here if you find something good. So like this bass house one. So if I just go on to bass house, it's actually under instrument racks, and it's that one. So I've probably changed a couple of things, but nothing major. And then what I've done with this sound, and this was like going to be tip number 3, to be fair, was to experiment with arpeggiators. So as you see me just kind of playing around with that there, what this channel is basically just a duplication of the bass line. So I'll show you the bass line. So that's what the bass line's doing. And then if you look at this mid bass channel, you can see I've literally just copy and pasted the bass line in, and then I've turned off like certain notes, so you're only getting like a few of the notes. And then so this is what it would sound like without the arpeggiator. So it's literally like, it sounds the same as the bass, But then when you turn this arpeggiator on, it basically just gives you like extra notes, and depending on what you've set this the steps to, it will decide how many like octaves, like how many kind of how broad the notes are going to be basically. So yeah, like if you put that up a bit, it might not do it actually because I haven't got many notes going on. I'll show you on this one here that I made an example for. So if your notes are slightly longer, because these ones up here, obviously like these are quite short notes, so it's not really going to work properly, but these ones where they're longer, you'll be able to hear it a little bit more. So that's on 16th notes there. You can change it so it's like slower, and then what the steps is going to do, it's just going to like make the notes move up higher, up the frequency spectrum basically. So all that's happening is this note's playing, and then the one of the octave above is playing, so that one also is playing, so it's kind of just flicking between these notes basically, and depending on how high you've got this set, depending on how many steps, is like how many octaves it's going to move up. So yeah, tip number 3 was experiment with arpeggiators, because yeah, sometimes you can take something that's a little bit of a boring melody and just like spice it up a little bit, just by adding that onto there. So yeah, this now, to be fair, it's not even like majorly exciting, it's just a little bit more exciting than what it was before, but sometimes that's all you need. So obviously this track's got a few different versions of it, so yeah, everything like kind of adding up together is what kind of gives it a bit of interest really. So that's probably all I'm going to mention for now on arpeggiators. And then the last one is going to be, I think we have spoke about the send channels before. I think I've shown you this Redopter and a few other little things, but what I want to show you in this one is like creating a build up or like a white noise effect from your like drums or any sound basically. So if I just let you listen to this Echo Boy channel here in this build, so you get a bit of a like delay kind of washed kind of effect. So turn that off. So yeah, basically this Echo Boy, you could obviously just use like any like echo or delay or whatever that comes built in Ableton. You don't have to use this, or like all reverbs or something work great, but the idea is just to send some sound here and just use it as an effect rather than like looking through your sample packs like for like build-ups, or do you know what I mean, like pre-made build-up sounds. Like if you take what you've already got and send it to an effect, you can basically make your own build-up. So I'll just solo the drums I think and let you turn that Echo Boy off now. On, off, on. So like, just like a bit of like a reverby sound really, but it just kind of builds up a little bit of tension before that drop. So I've only used the Echo Boy on this one to be honest as an effect, but sometimes I'll have a few different ones, use it in different places and stuff like that. So yeah, experiment with it. One little thing I will say actually, because we haven't gone into too much detail, but whenever you've got an effect on your like sends down here, you always want to make sure that you got your mix set fully wet, because you don't want any dry signal coming through here. So yeah, anything that's on these channels, always make sure you got fully wet. So yeah, what we're going to be doing is giving this track away as a template. So what we're going to do is like give this track exactly as it is right now, and then also bounce everything down to audio, just so that all the audio tracks are there. So obviously if you haven't got any of the plugins that I've used on this, it's not going to matter. So this is going to be available to all the Black 7 Music members, which is a new concept that we've just started, where we're going to be sharing extra kind of tips and advice for artists, producers, DJs. So yeah, it's going to be available to the Black 7 members. I'm going to include a link in the description, so if you think it's something that you're going to be interested in, then click the link and have a little look. So at the minute, it's £7 a month. It's going to be going up soon. That's kind of like an introductory price. So yeah, if you get in now, you'll get a bargain basically. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is going through like a kind of in-depth walkthrough of this track, like exactly every single channel, like how it was done, and then also yeah, so you're going to get it as a template then, so you can just kind of open it up in your own Ableton, and you can have a look through, listen to all the sounds on their own. I think like yeah, it just helps a lot of the time to see someone else's work, like yeah, and just have a real dig deep into what's going on, just so that you can kind of yeah, just see all the different layers and how they all kind of how they all fit together really. So yeah, as I said, the link will be in the description. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, hit the bell icon and make sure you subscribe so that you get notification when we do more videos. That's it. Cheers, guys.